Charlie. Roll tide, roll, say it loud. He don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. Bama blood in his veins, got that crimson pride. F them trees, yeah, we said it out loud. And I love honeybees, now play it proud. We talking football, basketball, big time recruits. If they ballin' in the South, we lacing up the truth. Hood piano man plays better than three-stroke Charlie. Tougher than nails, smooth, not sorry. Roll tide, roll, it's in the soul. From Tuscaloosa to the Super Bowl, wood piano man plays better than three-stroke Charlie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Welcome to the We Want to Know Wednesday. Want the long run with Piano Man. Hey, man, we're just here trying to do the doggone thing. We're going to be sort of in a rush today because I've got a meeting to get to. And so we're not going to be long. But I promise you that today we're not going to be long because I do have a meeting to get to here within the next hour and a half. But we're still going to make it impactful. And we're going to still have a great show today. And we're not going to short you on show at all. But before I go any further, you know I got to do it. How I do it, you know how I roll. Excuse me, I have to come to the stage right now. No sense in prolonging the inevitable. He is here, everybody. It's Mr. Boomer Sooner himself, a man who's forged forward only by fire, and the man who loves his omelet, his gumbo. He you know what? The only thing I ain't never heard him say that he liked fried chicken, so I'm not even gonna take that liberty to say that. But I do know this: the man said he loves Western omelets, and I do too. I like Western omelets and Eastern omelets, Southern and Northern omelets.
And I like chicken. I like my yard bird.
Yeah, hey, let's put the stage, everybody. It's the Bishop. Good morning, Bishop.
Good morning. What's good? What's shaking? What's popping?
Oh, man, everything happening. What you want to happen.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what's good? Hey, we're here for a good time, but for a short time. Let's rock and roll.
That's it. Let's get with it. I want to say good morning to everybody in the chat, and because it's going to be kind of on the rushed end today, I'm just going to say, hey, y'all in the chat, and tomorrow I'll make it back up, the Lord willing, Bishop. I'll make it back up and go up and down the chat and greet everybody personally like I normally do. But today we need to get with the getting because I got to get ready to get out of here.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
And everything. But Bishop, first of all, I want to thank everybody for an epic show on yesterday. I am still crying, laughing between KB, Coach Carl.
They went off.
Twister, and Bama Hater. I'm not throwing me and you in the Bishop because we innocent.
We were innocent bystanders on that. That show took off. Hey, y'all can't say y'all don't get y'all gumbo fire over here. You better put the lights in because you don't know what's about to happen.
My goodness. Good morning, Linda P. Good morning, Gwen, Jeff Stapleton, Stephen Hicks. Good morning. Linda P. was going in. Stephen Hicks was going in. The whole chat was going. Bishop, the whole chat went in on this dude yesterday. I hope he
deserves it.
But you started it. Don't start nothing that you can't
finish. Now, you know what time it is.
You better know what. Hey, don't I ask every day? Hey, good morning, Bino. Our GM is here. Bishop Bino's here.
Yes, sir.
Here. Lady Latoya's here, and everything.
I'll be right back.
Like giving y'all the great salutes this morning, the musical salutes that I do because we got to go. But Bishop, don't start nothing that you can't finish. And every morning I'm always asking what the business is, and so you got to be careful with that. So everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. So, but with that being said, Bishop, let's hop right to it. Bishop, are you there, Bishop? I thought I heard him say be right back. Okay.
I'm right here. You
okay,
good?
Bishop. With all of that being said, let's hop right to it. Bishop, let's start with Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Now, I want to recap some things that you
Go
talked
ahead.
about
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, let me finish some stuff up and I'll be right there with you, bro.
Yesterday, you talked about some foundational things that we need to be on the lookout for. Well, and you as an Oklahoma fan, also as an Oklahoma, not just a fan but a follower. You promote them. You broadcast about them, the podcast, this, that, and the third. And you talked about the fire test that they've gone through, and then you even talked about the upcoming fire test because there were holes to fill, right? And but you also made the statement about the maturization of John Mateer, and you kind of left that there, and I wanted to kind of pick up about that right there this morning, Bishop, because I'm not trying to dictate, but I wanted you to sort of elaborate about his maturity level, what you saw last year versus your expectation of now. And
I appreciate that, Pete. The simple fact is, and the matter is, as usual, we want our starting quarterback to be all that in a bag of chips. But with the broken thumb of last year off of them trees, it just never materialized. And then on top of that, I felt like we did him a disservice by not acknowledging it and not rushing them back. But nevertheless, we could have helped a quarterback with a strong running game, but we didn't have the right components, and so we found out the hard way. And we had a strong defense, just like you guys, and ended up having to lean on them so heavily that if we didn't have that defense, we wouldn't have even been in those games.
Bishop, I'm going to ask this about that, and then you go ahead and have your say about that. But Bishop, I can understand him wanting to play in that Texas game. I can understand him wanting to go back home and play in that game. But Bishop, at what point? And I'm going somewhere with this too.
I know you are. I know.
At what point do coaching staffs say, "Hey, your longevity to this game and to this team is far more important than one game"? One game, which Oklahoma ended up losing anyway.
Yeah,
but in my opinion, they allowed him to dictate the situation as opposed to them taking control of the situation and saying, "Hey, the other quarterback may give us the better chance of winning. You're not ready." At what point do coaching staffs take the bull by the horns, if you will? I'm sorry for the analogy, but take the bull by the horns, if you will, and say, "This is the way it's going to be"?
They should have from the outset. I was about to let you know. No, this is strictly the way that season went and the way we. I want to let the chat know. This is where coaches sometimes can show that they're pig-headed because they know for a fact he was 17 days off of that surgery when he played at Texas. As you could tell, because of that, he couldn't grip the ball. What happened? He ended up having to throw sidearm, which he hadn't done since he was in junior high. and henceforth should have never played that game. That goes on the coaching staff because they know the particulars. But once again, this young man is from Little Elm, Texas, just down the street from the Cotton Bowl. So I'm pretty sure he wore them down and then just told them, "Hey, I'm good. I'm good." And him and the OC came together, and the quarterback coach. So they went with what he said instead of what should have happened. Is they should have truly evaluated, because at the time we did have Michael Hawkins. So that was a lesson learned, because you can't. If someone shows you something, believe them.
And they should have trusted Hawkins in this. Because trust me in this. Texas was hyped up on the fact that Mateer played. That amped them up a little bit, as opposed to if you had to play Hawkins, it would have kept them in a mysterious state and said, now we can't play quite as aggressive because we don't know. We're not sure of which way this is going to go. I believe in keeping an opponent guessing. Don't put someone out there and then now all of a sudden what's about to be up. Hint, hint. But
yeah, exactly.
So let me ask this though, Bishop. So what's there to expect from Mateer this year as it relates to his maturity, as it relates to his play, as it relates to his health, his mental, everything? What are we looking at there?
Well, you know what? Even he acknowledged now. In fact, he's like, yeah, me and the coaching staff, we shouldn't have done it, but like he said, he owns it. He realized, though, he talked about this is where I'm getting the information. He talked about, in order for me to grip it, because of my thumb wasn't fully healed, I had to go back to sidearm. So he acknowledged it, and in fact, he's like, look, me and the coaching staff had a play in that, because it was hard for me to, this the first time being back in this area and not to play in that game was, it was just tearing at me. And we all been there when you at a big game and you want to be like the Knickerbockers when old dude come out the deal and was the hero, but sometimes that's not feasible. And we as coaches need to be more accountable, and they have said so, making sure that if that should ever occur again, Venable said, I will make the right call this time.
And I'm pretty sure he will, because now, Bishop, it leads me into the part that I really want to talk about is more or less like their depth chart, the depth chart versus the fire test.
Yeah.
Competitive depth.
Competitive depth. We did, like I was sharing with you guys, my family here, is that Jim Nagy retained 80 players, 80.
Wow.
As a nucleus. That means they all got new NIL deals. 80 times new NIL deals is a chunk of change. So with that said, and then the way the prevailing landscape is that some of our players that we know how they play got some are coming off some off-season surgery and whatnot. So it's allowed us to play our second, third, and fourth string players, which is adding competitive depth, like we talked about. Because understand, you got to be able to count on your entire staff, because as we have grown to be mature enough to understand, nobody goes through the SEC unscathed. you're gonna count on somebody once or twice during that gauntlet. So if that's the case, and I know people is like, well, I might make a little bit much of that second bye week, but I'm telling you, with ours being toward the end, it goes back to doing 8 straight games, and then depending on where we fall after that 8th one, it might conceive another 9th game if we so lucky to get into the championship game. But the bottom line is you got 8 games that you, and it's week after week after week. After a while, you got to understand you want to be able to make it through, but you got to also be realistic and understand only way I can make it through is I got to count on some people to take the load off of the major ones and be able to mix it in and have competitive depth and make it through.
And so, what does the so since you talk about the competitive depth,
Yeah,
let's look at the offense for just a second.
go ahead.
We got Mateer quarterback. Who's his backup?
His backup is Bo Bentley, Jet New, and Whitbire, New Whitbire. And those aren't household names, but if nothing else, I'm so glad they aren't, because they're getting it out of the mud. And believe it or not, the young gun, Bo Bentley, has been turning heads. He's a true freshman.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, we're okay for him to come along. But the one thing we got right now is a quarterback competition.
A pretty cool one too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though we know Mateer is that guy, even though we know we all know if we keep up with it, we know Mateer is the guy.
Oh, absolutely.
But Bishop, stuff happens. Crazier things have happened. And so even though we pray that it don't, because I want to see the as what Stephen Hicks says all the time, even though he's pro Bama, and we got that, but I'm using what he says and applying it to everywhere. We want to see the best competition. We want the better person, the best for the job, to be out there on the field come first ball game. We want the best. Who's going to be able to help us win the game? So with that being said, Bishop, just staying right there at that quarterback position after Mateer, let's just say, and I pray it doesn't happen, let's just say Mateer has some type of injury that holds him out for a couple of games. Who's the next best? Who steps in? Who has that potential?
Right now, the young gun freshman is edging out Whitbire, but they're neck and neck. So if the game was going to be this Saturday and it was a true game, I would give the nod to Bo Bentley.
Okay, so we're going to look out for Bo Bentley as the number 2. And running backs, Bishop.
Yes, running backs would be Blaylock and Xavier Robinson with Hatton and Walker. Walker is from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Uh-oh. What?
Yeah.
What? I let him get away?
Yeah. I knew that'd wake you up. Yeah.
What?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what's his name again?
Walker, Zephyr Walker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to check him
he'll
out.
be number 28 on the field. Now let me start giving y'all numbers so y'all Hatton will be 20. Blaylock, if that name sounds familiar, his dad, Derek Blaylock, was the running back for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his son, Torrey Blaylock. And then Xavier Robinson is the other one.
Okay. O-line.
All right, O-line. As you could tell, last year we was pleasantly surprised that Jim Nagy when he did his recruiting, he definitely did his due diligence because we had to count on 3 freshmen to complete the cycle, starting with the game between us and you. Is the first game that those 3 freshmen played. So now they are sophomores, a redshirt sophomore, along with we have our center that's coming back as a redshirt junior. And then we also had a guy, 77, Ozida, that was hurt that allowed for the freshman to play. He's back and he's been turning heads, along with Deacon Smith as a young gun out of Colorado that is putting in major work. You saw him on number 73 when he was moving the sled.
Yeah.
And so, 6'4", 321, a young gun that's this, jumped in there. He comes from 0 to 60 camp where they really they tend to the details of offensive alignment. So he's definitely going to be one of our swings. And then we got a young man out of Arkansas and that came to us that is going to also Essuian is his last name, but Williams, and so he's going to be able to help. But as I start naming them off, is we also got some people that was rotating in that will also be able to help. So right now we got 16 offensive linemen that can rotate in.
I got you.
I mean, we actually got 2 centers.
Okay.
That can rotate in, and that's huge.
That's huge. That's huge. But staying with that offensive line, Bishop, and tomorrow we're gonna go with talk about your defense and we're gonna talk about your wideouts as well tomorrow.
Okay.
We got a lot to discuss on that, and
yes, sir,
and everything. But as far as that O-line goes, Bishop, and their rotation, are you looking for a constant rotation, or will there be a solid O-line with just subs that come in at certain junctures to give those guys a rest?
Yeah, it's the latter half. I would say this: you would see a lot of the 3rd and 4th strings in those games, like UTEP and New Mexico, to get their feet wet. But then from that point on, they're going to have to be ready at a moment's notice because, like we said, to be able to get through this gauntlet and go the record that we need to go through, we're going to have to depend on them. So,
well, Bishop, I'm excited for you and the Oklahoma Sooners. I'm excited. Y'all came and got a dude out of Hattiesburg. What the twister? How did we let that happen? Oklahoma sneaked in here and got a homeboy. But
now hold on now. Now we also snuck in and got Kristen Megatron Moore.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And he wasn't. Hey, hold on. He wasn't rated, and
sure
so
wasn't. This is what. Listen, and Bishop, we're gonna discuss this just for a second. Then we're gonna get to some things some folks been putting in the chat and everything concerning Alabama. But Bishop, this is what I want people to understand. There are times when colleges, schools, however you want to put it, they don't go after these guys right up under their nose and somebody sneaks right in. It happens to Oklahoma too.
Yeah,
It happens
absolutely.
to everybody. It happens to everybody. But Bishop, why does that happen? And I'm coming to find out it happens more than we know.
Yes, it does.
It
What?
happens more than we know. And my
Yeah,
question is why?
because remember that star system. You
Mhm.
know who created the star system, but understand with that star system, how deep do they really go? And do they go into the highways and byways, into the barrios, in the hoods? You feel me? And we
Mm.
got some true dogs that are there that's looking for an opportunity, but you gotta vet it. You can't see. That's the one thing I'm liking with Nagy, because he
Uh-huh.
was part of the Senior Bowl. He believed in getting the D2 and D3,
Yeah.
and a lot of NFL stars have come out of those areas that otherwise would not have gotten a chance, due to the fact nobody vets it and really search for that type of material. So when he vetted and understand, he he's right there in your backyard, and how can you not see? You feel me?
Hmm.
But that goes back to, it's time for you to break out of the cycle like we did. Now you said, I don't care about stars, because most of the time we'll miss something because we're going by their old system and we don't realize it's a new system, because now him and his 12 disciples, as he call them, they vet, and they don't go by the star system. They go by, they've been evaluating young men to go into the NFL, so they know what they're looking for.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Well,
So you hit
Bishop,
more. Your hit rate is a lot greater because of it.
because I know right here in Hattiesburg, man, USM really does not recruit Hattiesburg High, the Oak Groves, the
Right.
Sumralls, the West and East Marions like they should, uh, unless a guy's just stands out over here and everything. But USM steps outside and gets a lot of guys out of New Orleans, out of Mobile, out of Jackson area, out of Memphis, places like that.
Yeah.
They do get some homeboys every so often and everything, but you don't hear about them as much. But
Yeah.
a lot of our homeboys over here, they do go to your Alabamas, like Bray Hubbard, if you will, from down there in Ocean Springs. I used to live in Ocean Springs, and Ocean Springs is a top-notch 6A school.
Right.
Uh, Down there, and they do bring home championships every so often. And so Bray Hubbard got away from us, got away from Mississippi by way of Alabama, from Ocean Springs, in a place called Moss Point back in the day. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Moss Point,
Right.
Bishop. Back in the Gap, Moss Point was like this pipeline for LSU. A couple of LSU and Ole Miss and
Right.
State,
Right.
but you didn't hear that many of them going to USM. That's the point that I'm making, is that a lot of your local colleges like that, which are pretty good, they don't go after some of these guys. And so, like you said, Nagy said he didn't care about stars. And I don't either. I could care less about them. But don't let your good talent slip away. Begin to build, go after that talent, offer and build on it, because as we say in the church world, sheep beget sheep. You see what I'm saying?
That's fact. I hear you.
Sheep beget sheep. And so when people when other stars see that this star goes to going to a school, trust me when I tell you all in the chat, these guys talk to each other. Don't let that fool you into thinking that these guys don't talk. Yes, they do. these college players, they do talk to one another. They hit each other up. A lot of times y'all be thinking that it's coaches that's tampering. You might want to change your thought processes and see who these guys are friends with. And you can't stop them from being friends. You can't stop them from being friends. So I'm telling you, this thing with college football is bigger, is broader, Bishop, than what we think. But don't let your good guys get away from you. Don't, at least offer them, at least acknowledge them, Bishop. That's all I'm saying. At least acknowledge.
What?
Oh, no.
You just got to understand where we're at in this society. You can't. I'm one of those that, hey, you can't get. There's only 32 5-stars. Think of that. How many universities are there in the NCAA? 134.
Something like that. 132, 134, something of that nature.
So
and that's all.
So ask yourself, how are you gonna really be able to get, unless you do what Texas A&M, and then they did an injustice. They got them, but they didn't develop them, didn't do nothing with them, and because of that, they all left.
Yep, and they did, and Nick Saban, that's my dude. Nick Saban called it out. He called it out and told them that this was what was going on. So, Bishop, we got a long way to go, short time to get there and everything, but that's where we are. But one question Jeff had has been sitting there in the chat for a minute. He said, Bishop, what is the OU game that worries you the most?
No worry. It's never worry, but my concern right now is we now knowing how the landscape is, we need to get some production out of the third and fourth string. Mm-hmm. That's my concern right now, is making sure that this coaching staff is doing their due diligence to bring them along as quickly as humanly possible.
But I think he's asking what game, what team, what team worries you on your schedule. I think that's what he's asking.
Of course, it's the proverbial Georgia and Texas. Those two.
I got you. I kind of figured that you would say that. That's why I didn't ask that, because I was just going to hop straight into that.
Yeah,
but I'm going to do that. I'm going to talk about that game Friday. And
we'll put a pin in it. It's all great.
We're gonna talk about scheduling on Friday. And
so, but those two games, and those two for sure. Michigan at one point was, but I feel that the Georgia game is our coming out party, because we're gonna find out if we really have developed the mindset necessary to complete that process.
I got you. And so tomorrow, Bishop, we will talk about wideouts and defense on Oklahoma. And then on Friday, we're gonna culminate it and put it all together, and let you put your grade on it. Well, I'm gonna let you put your grade on it on Monday, because
let's do that. Yeah.
Let you put your grade on it on Monday, and then but on Friday, we're gonna look at your schedule, put it all together, tell us what we're gonna look for, and we're gonna go from there. Hey, good morning. We say good morning to the governor of Discord is here. Good morning, Governor.
Morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Yeah. All right. Now moving on to we want to know. Because I do want to know about Oklahoma. I'm always want to know about Oklahoma, because I got a funny feeling and a sneaky suspicion about Oklahoma this year. But I'm going to leave it right there.
Yeah, just leave it right there. Don't. I know where you're going.
I got a funny feeling and a sneaky suspicion about Oklahoma this year. And by the way, Bishop, Governor, Chad, y'all not gonna like this too much, but
he's here.
but Alabama is 2-5 against Oklahoma. Just thought I'd throw that in there. 2-5. Just thought I'd bring that up. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
That's on what, football?
Yeah.
Alabama's 2-5. They struggle. We struggle against Oklahoma. That's just the truth of the matter.
See, what happened was
Oklahoma just kicked our tail. That's all it is to it.
No. Don't be trying to do that. Hey, y'all got us in the. You know what's? Don't let me start. You see, you was about to get me hot.
Listen, we were already when we went up against Oklahoma in that CFP game. We were already 1-5.
See, I'm still haunted by the Sugar Bowl.
See what I'm saying?
That's
That's one and then one. I'm just saying, man. You know.
All right. Y'all got me.
Governor, I'm gonna ask you like I told Bama Hater yesterday. Do you need therapy? Do you need therapy? Oh, bruh, that was so. But I understand. So
that was with Nick Saban.
Exactly.
I don't know why people got dementia.
Man, that night there, woo. I was so, man, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I almost unalived my TV.
Their Oklahoma defense made us look scared. But you know what? Let's move on.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was a question in the We Want to Know section.
Go ahead.
And here we go. Right here. It came from Jeff, and it's a legitimate question, and I'm gonna take the time to address this the best way that I can, Jeff. Do we have anybody on a Noah Rogers player level 1 on the roster, Piano Man? You know, here we go. For those of you that don't know, we all know that Noah Rogers, he plays, he's in the X position there. The X is the X. He got hurt Saturday, and we were all sitting there, and we saw when it happened. We saw when the injury occurred. Now, yesterday, Bishop and Governor and Twister, man, I was trying to get to you, we was in the middle of a conversation there, but I saw the dumbest statement yesterday. It was even dumber than some of that stuff Bama Hater be saying. And this came from a Bama fan. It said, the person said, there comes a point where we've got to do something where the players got to stop getting injured under this coach.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That statement was made, and if I could go back, it was on TikTok yesterday. If I could go back and pull the statement up, because I can't even remember whose page it was under. And I replied and I said, players get hurt under any coach.
It's like, what?
Players get hurt under any coach. Like, what? Like, wait a minute, Governor. I think I can do this.
Yeah, please put them up there. Please put them.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's what I wanted to ask him. Like, what are you, Jeff? Thank you. That's what this dude said yesterday.
I just said, man, people got dementia, bro. Like, so if you're gonna say under this coach, then were you saying that under Nick Saban?
Okay, wait a minute. See, watch this, y'all. Double A. Now you see, I ain't lying. She said she saw it too. Thank you, Double A. I couldn't. The only difference between me and Double A, I couldn't keep scrolling. I couldn't.
Because wasn't that the reason why they wanted to get rid of Scott Cochran? Because they kept getting injured under Nick Saban? What? Okay.
Wasn't they getting in? Wait a minute. Stephen Hicks, William Bryant. For those of us that remember, wasn't they getting injured under Bear Bryant? Wasn't they getting injured under Ray Perkins? Wasn't they getting injured? Watch this. Wasn't they getting injured under Newt Rockney? They were getting injured. Governor, under this coach, that's what was said.
Crazy. That's a wild statement, man.
This dude, okay, Double A, any of us, Double A, Susan, Lady Latoya, Zach Pitcher Gaming, all of us that were sitting from that section down, we saw what happened. And the crazy part about it is, Governor and Bishop, you already know because I called and told you about it.
Yeah, I know.
I told y'all about it. It was a clean hit. It was just one of those plays that happened. Dude wasn't even trying. It was just one of those things that happened. Thank you, William. It comes with playing football. Injuries. Bishop, Governor, I'm gonna ask this question. How many times? Well, no. Let me ask it on this wise. Do the most injuries happen in football that occur? Do they mostly happen in a game or do they happen in practice?
In practice. Even basketball players get injured in practice.
What about baseball, Governor?
Oh, they get injured all the time.
Yeah.
You can get injured to just regular throwing the ball.
How many play? Okay, Governor, since we're on that subject right there, and we're on baseball, I just want to use this as an analogy. How many pitchers have you known had to end up having Tommy John surgery from just warming up?
I'll give you one better. Not even Tommy John surgery.
Okay.
We were stretching.
Oh, wow.
We was in high school, stretching in the hallway. It was raining outside. I'll never forget it. We had a pitcher who could pitch with both hands, ambidextrous and all that. He popped his groin while stretching. And you heard it.
Wow.
Like you heard it. You heard the pop. It's like, bro, what the hell was that? He popped his groin while we were stretching. So it happens, bro. He wasn't done for the season, but you heard it. Because we were the only people in the hallway, and we were just stretching. We didn't throw the ball yet. We were just regularly stretching. And he popped his groin right there.
Yep.
Didn't even touch the field. So what are you going to say? Players got weak bones now?
And you're blaming it on Coach DeBoer? You're blaming this. You blaming this dude? Okay, here we go. Since Governor went there, you blaming the man's osteoporosis on Coach DeBoer? Really? How? See, this is how I'm gonna say this. This is how ignorant some fans are. Fans, yeah. Not the bases, fans. That you're gonna blame a man's injury on a coach just because you ain't all that crazy about the coach. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Don't get sucked. That wasn't a fan. That was just probably a troll or something like that to start.
To start some foolishness. But it got my blood boiling because when whoever it was or whatever it was, when they used the term "this coach," it gets personal. It gets personal.
Yeah.
You don't like him personally.
Piano Man, the guy from way outside, made that statement about guys having injuries under this coaching staff on one of his short videos. That's dumb. Yeah, I say it. And I follow and listen to some of these guys, but you won't never catch Piano Man saying something like that. And you may have played the game, but I've seen injuries just like Bishop have, JB have, y'all have. What did Double A say? We were sitting right there, Governor. We could almost reach out and touch it. That's how close we were. We saw when it happened. Ain't had nothing to do with no coaching.
I think my homeboys break his leg in the spring game.
Yeah.
Break his leg. You saw it. Snap. 2 paces. In a spring game.
I saw the same thing. Watch this. I saw the same thing with a guy in high school too, in a spring game. And guess what? We didn't have time to wait for the ambulance to come. They had to load him in the back of a station wagon to get him to the hospital.
That's wild.
Because nobody thought that an injury like that would occur at a game. It did at a practice, but it did. All I'm saying is, fellas, fans, don't let your ignorance show. Don't let your ignorance show. If you want to be ignorant, go home and be ignorant, but don't bring it to the internet, even if you a troll. Come with a better statement than that. They coming with injuries, okay? So when if you're a baseball fan, because I love baseball, Bishop, I do. I love baseball. And so I guess I'm going to blame it on the coaching staff when the guy stretching what Governor was talking about, and he was stretching, and he popped his groin and everything. So I guess that's the coaching staff's problem. That was their fault. I don't know, Bishop. Go ahead, Bishop.
Well, we say the darndest thing at times. Because come on, man. What are we really talking about? You act like that. It's like we can see the future and we know what's about to happen. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. They tripping. That's what they're doing. They tripping.
Tripping hard. But like Governor said, sounds like a troll.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we ain't gonna give them no more energy.
And but Governor, but you also have some fans that do really feel that way. Now they may not come out and want to be recognized, but I don't know. I don't know, Governor. I don't know. But here was the question at hand. No, here was the question. The question was, do you have another player on that level on the roster? Do you have another player? I pulled up the depth chart, supposed depth chart here, fellas. And so if I go down the list and I'm just going to go over his position over where he plays in the X.
Right.
The person's name that came up is Derek Meadows. Derek Meadows is a good wideout, Jeff. He's a good wideout. But you've got other guys that's in there. Not sure where Sadarian Morgan is going to fit in all of this, because here's the catch. Some people are saying Bama's going to be deep at wide receiver. But if you sit back and you kind of put it all together and get you a composite list and everything, they're not that deep when it comes down to the skill of it, or what Jeff is asking, to the intensity. Will he play to the intensity of Rodgers? Now, that's a horse of a different color. That's a different question. You may have the numbers, but will they all match the intensity? Jeff, we all have to wait and see. A little bit. We have to wait and see. But here's part of the depth chart. Propose it. Everybody in the chat say propose it. Propose it. This is what a proposal looks like. Keelan Russell, Austin Mack backup. I'm not even sure about that. I'm not sure. What's the part I'm not sure about? I'm not sure about the backup part. And I'm just going to leave it right there. Running back, Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, AKD, EJ Crowell. Not sure about that either. That running back part, I'm not sure about any of those guys because they left off a name.
Don't leave out Brown.
Trayshawn Brown.
Still,
Brown, governor, he did something that you said. He got out there and balled out. And anybody that was at A-Day, you saw this for yourself.
I'm still stuck on, like, I guess I'm not confused, but I'm concerned on when Jeff said the player level for Noah Rodgers. My question would be, what level are you talking about? It was one practice, and unless you're going off of highlights from his previous school, what level of player are you talking about? I guess I'm looking at it as, how are you going to put a standard on where he's at and where we should be off of one practice?
Well, I think he's probably mixing it all up together, coming from North Carolina State. I think that's where he came from.
Yeah.
But like I said, matching his intensity, because what I saw Saturday and everything, that dude he's an intense player. He plays with intensity. He's a go-getter. He went at it. And so, like I said, and it was just one of those incidents that happened. But who will Meadows? So according to this particular depth chart, we'll see. But Meadows is a different type player. He's a big receiver as well. Rodgers is a big receiver, puts you in the mind of Isaiah Horton type guy. But I think, but his skill levels are a lot more compact there. So we'll see. We'll see. But look out for Derek Meadows. But I'm also telling you too, look out for Cedarian Morgan. It's going to be a wait and see process. I guess that's all I'm trying to say, Jeff. We've got to wait and see. They've got to make adjustments now. They've got to make them. So I'm just saying.
I'm not disputing on what he's asking. I just go back to the fact of maybe Noah. I'm not saying this young man is like this. I'm just giving an example. We saw what we saw in practice, or y'all saw what y'all saw because y'all was physically there on practice with Noah Rodgers. Okay. But he could just only be a practice player. Because we have that term. Maybe some guys aren't practice players and game players, and some people are game players and not practice players. So
I think this dude is a baller.
Yeah, I believe
he's a baller. I think he's a baller. He just was over in he was just over there at North Carolina State. I think he wanted a better opportunity, wanted a grander stage and everything, which Bama hater in Miami ain't quite figured out yet. But anyway, he wanted a grander stage, and he came to where the stage was set, where the stage was bigger. And so I think he was going to be okay. Now this happened to him. So now, Governor, we definitely going to have to wait and see, because now we're going to have to wait and see how he bounces back with this. I guess am I terming that right, Governor? We got to see now, because it takes on a different persona. Injury versus the post injury after you come back from an injury of this magnitude.
I don't know how serious it is. I just know that I just kept seeing stuff. He got carted off the field. So
say that again, Governor.
I said the only thing I know about that injury is that he got injured and got carted off the field and was caught with the knee brace. So I really don't know the significance of the injury.
Yeah, and they're not telling. They're really not telling. They're not saying. But all I know is that when we were all sitting there, all of us that were sitting there, when he got up, he could not put any pressure on it at all. When he came out of the tent, he was they put him on the cart, and like you said, he was in a knee brace, and they had his legs stabilized. So that told me right there, I said, this ain't good. This ain't good.
ACL, MCL. That's the first thing I mind when it comes to that. ACL, MCL.
So we're gonna see, but they're very, very tight-lipped about it. But
Be right back.
okay. They're very, very tight-lipped about it. And but we move on. But to answer the question, Derek Meadows will step in that spot. But like I just read in the chat, what Double A just said, is Bishop Governor, is going to be hard to keep Sadarian Morgan off the field. It's going to be hard. Good morning, Coach Carl. Coach Carl said that let me see, I'm gonna try to see if I can't find what Coach Carl said. Here you go. He said that room is different. I don't think it's a big deal. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I don't. But for me, Bishop, it's a big deal because I don't like losing players. I like to keep all my folks. But I'm realistic though. I'm realistic because I want to see. It. You know, I want to see his play. I want to see his play. I want to see his win. I want the best players in there, like Stephen Hicks says, and like what Coach Saban would say. I want to see the players in there that's going to give me the best chance to win the game. That's what I want to see. No favoritism, no buddy, no rah-rah, hoop-de-hoop, rah-rah, whoop-de-whoop, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear that this player presents the team the best chance to win the game, whether it's a quarterback all the way down to the punter. I want the best players in there, Bishop, that's going to give me, Governor, the best chance to win the game. Not my buddy, not my friend, not my pal. I might not even care for you that much, but I see the potential in you, and I care about the potential. So we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. But now, Governor, I do have I want to know question. I have one this morning. I have one. And Bishop, maybe y'all can help me here. One of y'all can help me with my I want to know question. Chat, maybe you can help me. I want to know. Matter of fact, I have two I want to know questions. And if Coach Carl could come in and he pretty sure he could probably help me with this. I want to know what in the world happened that was so important that I couldn't get no Bible this time. There were no programs, Bishop and Governor. No programs, no Bible, nothing that I can refer to, that I can, and make notes and take notes and this, that, and the third. That's how I be coming up with all this stuff. I want to know how come there were no Alabama Bibles given out at this A game, at this A day. I want to know. And Susan, I want to know how come the posters seem to be in hiding somewhere where only a few folks got them. Governor, I need to know these things. I want to know. I want to know what happened this year. There were a lot of changes that were made. I want to know. Can somebody please explain it to me?
Changes with what?
There were no programs this year, Governor. That's how I be keeping up with players. No programs, no Bible, no Bible at all. No. I call I call that stuff. When I tell y'all, let me pull my Bible out. I just be referring to these media guys and things like that I have. I want to know how come wasn't no Bibles up in there? What happened this year?
Was that planned?
You know what, Governor? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. It was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. Time being pushed back. You know, when we saw Double A and Susan at Denny Chimes, they pushed that back to another time, and they missed that. You know, I was trying to get to the stadium and everything, and that's how I met Zach and all them and all that kind of stuff. And but man, no programs, no posters, no nothing. And then you got some things that have changed. I'm telling y'all now, Alabama football. Now I'm saying this, because I don't work for the university, and this is my own independent podcast, I can say this. There's a lot of stuff going on around the university, and I pay attention to everything, Governor, that is not fan friendly as it used to be. It's not as fan friendly. Just, I don't know. Maybe I'm being petty. Maybe I'm being petty. I don't know. But I just noticed that you know, I just didn't like. This was the one A day that I can literally say I love meeting everybody, and hanging out with those that were there, and meeting other people and this, that, and the third. I love that part. But the atmosphere itself, Governor, I did not like. I was not.
It wasn't a big crowd out there. I noticed that. Like I said, you got to look at the people's reaction. I said, look at the people. Do they look like they're interested? Are they more interested in the game, or they're just more interested in being there? So the fans gonna let you know. They're gonna let you know what their intensity is, what they're feeling, what the season's about to look like, just how they're interacting at the stadium.
Well, you told me, Governor, I've got it written down in my journal, and I did that, and I did ask some questions. I did what you asked me to do. I'm glad you brought that up, because I had forgot to bring it up and everything. So now, Governor, right now, just you and I and everything, bro, I can direct those things directly to you, what you asked me to do. The reaction of the people, Governor, they were interested. They were interested. Talking with some of them, things like that. They were interested. They were interested. But this is also what I noticed, and it even happened with me too. Governor, it got unbearably hot. It was just that was unbearable, bro. And as the practice waned on, the more of the interest level kind of died down, because you really couldn't enjoy it. And then after a minute, after a few series and everything, and you're not seeing a Georgia or an Oklahoma or an LSU, Auburn, whatever. You're not playing an actual opponent after a few series and this, that, and the third. That's when some people were beginning to leave. Now, we stayed till it was over. I stayed until it was over. But I watched the intensity level, because the people that I were chatting with to my right there, they even left. I watched people leave like right after the third series. That's what I saw. So that's what I saw.
I told you that. Were they really interested in being in watching the team, or just interested in being there to say that they were there on their social media?
Well, you know what? I'm not sure if they, that's good. I'll put it to you this way. I wish that I would have gotten names, addresses, phone numbers, whatever, to see if they were going to come back for game one. which I'm planning on being there for game 1. The first home game, first game of the year, I'm planning on being there. Okay. Then I think you will see a different mindset, a different attitude, if you will, because now, Governor, you got a real team, a real opponent on the other side of you.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the chance you either gonna go 1-0 or 0-1. And I think that's what the whole deal was. Now, I was told that it was over 20,000 people that was there.
That's still a lot.
See, you know, and then they had and there were places in the stadium that was off limits because come this weekend that we know that there is a concert, and they are expecting over 100,000 people at this concert. So I think that the concert had a whole lot to do with it, as into why some things were limited. But the atmosphere was definitely different. You asked me to talk to people, asked me to check them out. A lot of people were, they were happy. They were wanting to see the Tide. And when the game started off, when the guy said "First down, Alabama, roll Tide," you could hear it all over the place. But as the scrimmage wore on, they were getting first down. That roll Tide kind of it kind of fell through the floor there for a minute. But I could just say though that I stayed. We all stayed until the end, until the last whistle was blown. We stayed. I wanted to see. I was taking notes and everything, looking at the crowd, as they say, digging the scene and everything. But Governor, it was unbearable out there. I even saw players. I don't think that they were anticipating it being that hot in April. It was rough out there. No breeze, no nothing. It was straight up. So that's a sign of things to come. So I did what you asked me to do. I'm glad you brought that up. And I was digging that scene, bro. And yeah, they were happy. But I think once September comes, then I think that you will see that that attitude change and the height of it. And as we have 143 days, you'll see. I think you'll see that attitude change. But I will say this much though. But there's the wins need to be there. When I say win, the victories, let me put it like that. They got the win in order to keep the engagement from the people, because let's not kid ourselves either. Let's not kid ourselves that the way some things were looking down the stretch, and I know some folks have not gotten out of their head that 38-3 defeat to Indiana. Some folks that's going to be forever etched in their brain, but you still got to move on. But as I said, but I'm not kidding myself though, Governor. I was paying attention to that, and that was in the hearts and the minds of a lot of people. I'm no prophet, I'm no psychic or anything like that. I just have good common sense in knowing that a lot of people that was still in their brain, and they were there to see if a lot of things were being corrected. That's all I'm saying. You know, were they being corrected? Were steps being taken? Because like you said, it was one practice, one situation, and you cannot judge a whole season off of that. Unfortunately, Governor, y'all, that's how some people took it. And they are judging one practice, one snapshot, one picture of a situation, and a lot of them are gauging a whole season off of one snapshot. That's not, and they're saying, you know, whoever said that to Bama Hater yesterday about y'all gonna win a championship. I've never heard that. I'm that. So wherever he got that from, I don't know where. If if that's delusion speaking, I don't know. And I'm not calling Bama hater delusional, but wherever he got that from, somebody needs a check, because you can't judge a part of a season off of that. There's faith, and then there's foolish faith. You speaking that, you speaking way out of turn. And so a lot to correct. You do have to factor injuries in. I was going to give my X factors. I'm not going to do it today. I think I will wait till Friday and do it, because tomorrow is the last practice. And then I'm going to wait and see what I'm hearing about how these last two practices went. They had a practice yesterday, and they're having a practice tomorrow. And then spring drills will officially be over. They're getting ready to break for summer. And then that's when, for me, Governor, for me, Twister, that's when the worry begins. Why? Because so much can happen in the course of a summer. You know it. We all know it. And so after tomorrow, Friday, I'll give my X factors of what I think is going to be the determinations of the upcoming season. I'm going to be listening today. There's some things that I've heard, going back and listen to some interviews and see if I can pick up some clues and everything. Because when you're talking to Coach DeBoer and everything, he says some things, and you also have to just have to listen to what he says, and you also have to listen for what he's not saying. And so going back and listen to I listened to him twice Monday. I didn't hear him yesterday, but I'm just listening. So to Friday, I'm gonna give my X factors. So Governor, back to you, bro. I did what you asked me to do, and that's what I saw. That's what I saw. That's what I experienced from a multiple standpoint. And so people were there because they wanted to be there. And also they were there out of curiosity. They wanted to see. And then, Governor, I'll throw this in there. There were other fan bases that were there too. I saw some Auburn. I saw some Georgia. I saw some Florida. I saw some LSU. I did. Other fan bases were there. So you had a mix. Florida State was there. I saw some Florida State was there. Matter of fact, a Florida State sat behind Susan, Double A, myself. Some Florida State folks were sitting right behind us. So it was,
It makes you wonder.
So I'm just saying. So we're going to see. We're going to see. So Governor, listen, Governor, that's the report, sir.
I'm just saying, like, so if we had, I'm not gonna say we had a lot more, but I'm saying if we had a lot of different fan bases at our A-Day, it makes it just, from the outside looking in, that's how I'm gonna look at it. It just questions. I'm like, okay, so how many people? And maybe something. Don't get me wrong, because this finances is big for everybody, so I got to give them that. But it makes you, like I said, it makes you wonder, like, okay, how many people are really invested into this season when you see more fan bases than you see the people that actually is rooting for the team?
You know what? The last couple of years, I've been to A-Day. There were a lot of different fan bases there. Oh, even Arkansas was there, but a lot of that came about because the baseball team was playing Arkansas later on that day. So they came. They were there. So people like football. And so and there are some people that like the other teams, but they can't go to their spring games because they might not can afford to be there, and they might just so happen to be close by. They come. It's almost like going, I don't know how many of you all been to a step show, but it's almost like when you go to a step show and just say for instance, the Zetas are sponsoring the step show, but here come the Omegas. I mean, here come the Qs, here come the Kappas, here comes the AKAs. Here they all come, and they all coming with their paraphernalia and a this and a that and the third. And so that's how I looked at that, Governor. That's how I looked at that. Not so much questioning the fan base of Alabama, but I looked at it from a standpoint of some of these folks just like football. They just like football, and they don't care who's playing it. Now, they ain't no Alabama fan by any stretch of the imagination, but because they love the sport. They love the sport. And they can't just representing their team. And so that's how I saw it.
No, that's not a good example, because that type of fraternity and heritage is a lot different than just liking football. See, they don't just the sororities and fraternities don't just like the sorority and fraternities. That's a whole different conversation that you already know about. You're embedded into that Greek culture. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to football, you said you saw an Auburn fan.
Yeah, but I see Auburn fans at Alabama games all the time.
That's why that's a game. It's still weird to me because I'm a Yankee fan. I'm not going to a Boston Red Sox spring practice. I don't give a damn how much I love baseball.
But wait a minute. But now I'm gonna say this to you, like you just said to me. You can't compare your hatred of Yankees and a Red Sox hatred to that there. Bruh, that's on a whole total different level. You know it, and I know it. That's a whole, bruh. That's a whole total different. That ain't even in the same.
I am not going to Boston to watch a spring practice of the Red Sox. I don't give a damn.
You ain't going to Boston to watch nothing.
No, not a damn thing. Not the Patriots, not the Bruins, not the Red Sox. Nothing. Nothing Boston. I like nothing. Nothing about it. I don't like the city. Nothing.
See, so I mean, like I said though, Governor, some people just like football like that. You know, yeah. Thank you, Curtis. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised the different fan bases that be at the Bama games. It's true.
No, I've seen it. But I get it. I get that aspect. You know, football is football. So if you're going to be a fan, if you're a fan of the sport, you're a fan of the sport. And if you're out there in that atmosphere, what better place than do it than Alabama? You're not just getting the game part. You're getting the atmosphere. You're getting the history of the school. So it could have been a road trip. Okay, cool. That's fine. I like I said, I'm not going to do it because that's me. I can't speak for everybody else. Everybody else just is different than I am. I just look at it as if there were more different other school fan bases more so than our school, then I'll be very concerned if that was the case. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's practice at home. It's not like it's on the way. If we had other fan bases outnumbering the people that actually rooting for the team, that would be very alarming to me.
Yeah. Dr. Crystal, what's up, Coach? These LSU fans listen to all things that LSU got it bad. LSU has it bad. I'm serious. All the time. So I'm surprised they come to A Day. They come to A Day, B Day, C Day, D Day, all the way to Z Day. LSU, anything Bama comes up, LSU gonna be there. They gonna be right there on the real. Them and Barney. They gonna be there. You can look for them. They gonna be right there. So I'm just saying, but you know, one of these days I'm gonna do a segment. I'm gonna go find me a Boston Twister Bishop. I'm gonna find me a Boston Red Sox fan, and I'm gonna bring them to JB on the show. And I want to watch. I'm gonna watch this happen in real time. A Red Sox fan and a Yankees fan.
That's gonna be must-see TV.
Must-see TV. and I'm gonna enjoy every bit of it. I'm just gonna say in this corner, Helen from Boston, you know what? I want to know if I could get any of members of the new edition on here, because they're from Boston. I want to know, are they Red Sox fans? I want to know, are they Red Sox fans? And I have in this corner, JB and OG Gill. Oh boy, that's gonna be must-see TV, man. I'm gonna be like Lane Kiffin, get your popcorn ready, folks. Popcorn ready. But LSU fans are always in Bama. They listen, Twister. LSU fans can tell you more about Bama than they can tell you about LSU. That's true.
For sure.
That's the truth.
That's for sure.
Well, they got a personal. I can understand why LSU would be there, because their rebuttal would be their head coach was Nick Saban before y'all. That's their rebuttal. The reason why we're so successful is because we stole their coach. Because they won with him. They did. They won with him first.
Well, Governor,
They
I ain't mean to cut you off, bro.
Not just because of the school, they just want to see Nick Saban.
Hey, Governor, man, I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. I don't think we took that coach from LSU.
My only thought and indication on what that could be.
Hold up, Twister.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, Twister. Hold up, Twister. Hold up, Governor, because you fade now. Hold up a minute. Go ahead, Governor. Finish up.
Oh, I was saying, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
I was just saying that the only rebuttal I can have for like an LSU fan being there is that they're embedded with Nick Saban, not the school of Alabama. They're embedded with Nick Saban. They won with him first. We stole their coach in their eyes, and we got a dynasty. That's something that they should have had with Nick Saban.
But I beg to differ. We did not take that coach from LSU. We took that coach from Miami Dolphins. So let's get that twisted. Let's get that straight. We did not take LSU's coach from LSU. We took him from Miami. So we got him from Miami. So they can go out there and holler like, oh, we stole them from LSU. We stole Nick Saban from Dow. The man wanted to leave. Y'all got rid of Nick Saban. That's the reason he left. Y'all, LSU, got rid of Nick Saban. And he just went to Miami and stayed a couple of years. And Matt Moore, thank God for him, grabbed Nick Saban and brought him to Bama and became a dynasty. No, I take that back. Became an empire for 17 years. So LSU still thinking about that? Oh, well, tough. What the dude used to say, tough titty. Sorry. Could have kept him. It's on you.
Well, I'm going to disagree right there. We didn't take him. He left Miami. Remember now how all that came about, because they still up in the air about that one down there in Miami. And JB, you know what? When you bought something up, and you and Dr. Crystal, and it's funny y'all say it, put it like that. I don't see no Miami fans saying we want Nick Saban back. I don't see no Miami fans coming up there. Matter of fact, Miami is in such disarray right about now. They wish they had him back.
All right. Piano man. Miami Dolphins, not the Miami Hurricanes.
Don't start that twist.
That's what I'm saying. Man, Miami is hot garbage.
Hey, Pam, I don't like the fact that you just tried to call me out. You said the governor doesn't understand that other fan bases are obsessed with Bama. We're going to pull the layers back real quick.
Pull up your popcorn.
Hold on. I have been the one to say that Alabama is everybody's Super Bowl. If that's not more recognizable or understand than anything, I've been said this. What I'm also saying is, I don't care how obsessed the school is. If other fan bases are there more so than the people rooting for the school, that's more concerning than be obsessed with that school. That means, and matter of fact, in a nutshell, what you're saying is others got more attention on our school than the people rooting for the school.
That's a funny way of looking at it. That's a funny way of looking at it. And when I say funny, I mean that's a peculiar way of looking at it. That's I'm wondering if it's true.
They show more respect to the school than we do. If they're there and we not.
I'm wondering if because like Curtis Ellison said, you'll be amazed at what other fan bases be at an Alabama, especially football. You'll be amazed at what other fan bases actually be at an Alabama game. Oh, excuse me. But I'm also asking the question, though, how many Alabama folks be at other games?
Right.
Hey, let me be devil advocate here. You saying other fan base coming to Alabama? Who knows? They might pull a Trojan horse, especially when it comes to spring practices and other stuff like that. Yeah, y'all saying they might come there for Alabama to see them play, but what about they might try to scout the play scheme and stuff like that? Everybody think about that.
Who cares? They're gonna do that anyway.
Hold on.
Maybe,
What the
repeat
hell
that
they
again.
put
Trojan horse. They trying to scout and disguise as a goddamn fans, but they scouts.
Scout?
Trying to study.
They ain't there for the offense scouting.
It could be, like I said, it don't matter. Like the defense, hey, I'm just saying. Who knows?
But let them scout. I mean, how I see that though, Twister, when you use that Trojan horse, okay, and I like that analogy. Showed a little literature.
I got too much on my plate to be going elsewhere.
I like that little analogy. You read your literature, but you didn't read it close enough. That was
New England Patriots.
That's the only way
New England Patriots
in by disguising the Trojan horse as a gift. And they were in there. When someone in the camp said, "Don't accept the gift." Remember that part. They said, "Don't accept the gift. Don't let the gift in. Keep the gift on the outside." As a matter of fact, if you keep on reading that, they even tried to tell them destroy the gift. Destroy the gift.
Yeah, but
and so
they didn't do
the point
it.
is, you're gonna have spies, you're gonna have scouts. That's what they're there for. Let them scout. Now, Governor said something. See, Governor, I'll be paying attention to you, sir. My brain, maybe I do. Anyway, I'm gonna ask that at the end of the show. Governor
Tell me something good.
This is April. Governor said something last month. And when I went to A-Day, now I see exactly what he meant. If you're going to play it under the way things are going now, the way the atmosphere of college football is being played now, it does not matter if you, throw out all the stops. Remember when Governor made the statement that said, put it all on the line, put everything out. Now it makes sense why he said it. People forget the transfer portal, as far as wheeling and dealing, is closed until January. It's closed. You can get in it, but can't nobody deal you right now. It's closed. So what are coaches really paranoid about? What are you scared of? Scout all you want. You'll never know when I'm going to run it, and you don't know if I'm going to run it. Summer's long. Fall is long. You don't know what we're going to bring to the table. So I want you, Governor, that made me go back and change my mind about that. Show whatever you want. Show whatever you want.
From what I know is there's no summer portal. So whatever team you got is what team you got to the end of the season. So what is there to hide? We're already weren't on TV. Only clips that you would see is with the ones that you gave. So what's the problem? The people that's there, go ahead and get what you want. But I want to go back to the thing about, because I'm still stuck on Pam. Pam called me out. She said we're upset. Other schools are obsessed with Bama. Yes, for our past success. Now I just got a theory out there. If Nick Saban said he was willing to come back to coach, right, and he say he picked a school. Now Bama fans are all over the world, not just the states, the world. If he came back to coach, how many of y'all same Bama fans will go to those games to go watch him? So with that analogy,
That's a good question.
Twister, would you say that we now scouting those teams because we going there to see Nick Saban?
It can be both. If they see Nick Saban, or they want to scout the team. If Nick Saban want to come back to try one more time, like they said, they want to probably see, can they beat the GOAT? Do we have one more bullet in the rifle, in the revolver? One last hurrah, old gunslinger.
But I won't even look at us scouting the team. This is the way Saban's the field. I'm going there to take pictures, bro. You might not ever see him live again. So everywhere he goes, Bama fans go there to go take pictures.
Man, Nick Saban became an icon, man. The greatest college coach of all time. Hands down. That man did some stuff that we thought we'd never go. We got championships like we eating fruit snacks. And you know how hard it is to get one natty? Let alone
7.
We got those like fruit snacks.
He got 7.
We expect to win it almost every year.
But now, Twister, let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
When the last time Bama won one?
It don't matter we won it, but we used to got it. Yeah, we were back into that.
See, Twister, see now this is where I'm
No. I know exactly what you're talking about, Piano, man. I'm saying yes, it's been 5 years ago, but we always my goodness.
Answer the question. When was the last time Bama won a natty?
20. 5 years ago, Piano, man. 5 years ago. But still, though, we used to go down there with other championships.
But quit, Twister.
Come on, man.
That song?
It took a couple of. Can y'all hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me good?
I'm listening right. I'm waiting on this answer.
Okay. Most coaches in college football, great coaches. I think we said this before. It took them decades to get to their very first championship, and they considered them a great coach. It don't matter how many years it took. I'm talking about decades. You talking about 5 years, Piano Man. It took them their whole goddamn career to get to a daddy. We did that. We went to 10 of them. We won 6 and lost 3.
And the key word is one.
It took them dirty. It took some real coach to do that.
Past tense. What have you done lately?
Yeah, man.
How much longer we gonna keep talking about? We got 18 natties. When we gonna win 19?
We're gonna get it. And besides this, we keep saying it. The whole system changed. It used to be 14 playoffs. Now it's with 12. And you said it before. Another couple more years later, they might add up to goddamn 18, maybe 24. They keep changing the rules to make it harder to get the dang natty. Come on now. What are we talking about? It's gonna get harder and harder now. Like I said, we used to got them like fruit snacks. Now they changed the goddamn rules and the system to get back to it.
So they changed the rules. I want you to hear how you sound. They changed the rules so Bama couldn't win, and the Big Ten could win 3 in a row.
Look at the dang schedule Big Ten got, Piano Man. Come on, man. Think, bro. Come on now. Let's be real. Look at this. Look at who they play against.
Okay.
That's easy for them to get down. Look at us. We got goddamn gauntlet.
It doesn't matter, Twister. I'm gonna use your words back. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Bama's not winning. Georgia's not winning. Vanderbilt. Hit it for me.
And you got Notre Dame. It don't matter how many records they automatically in the playoffs. Come on, man. What difference did that make? But
And
hey, like I said, I don't give a dang. Y'all can do what you gotta do. Play political with it. But come on, man. Notre Dame going to a playoff and their record is garbage and they still in it? That don't make no sense. Oh, because it's Notre Dame, they traditional? Okay, that's fine.
How their record is garbage.
If they have a like let's just say they have a guy, like let's just say they like 7-8, like 7-6 or
No,
8-4 or something like that.
They're not going with that. They're not going like that. No.
Okay,
You know,
I was about to say they gonna do that crap. That's gonna be BS.
That narrative, because you know good well that's not gonna happen. Go ahead, Governor.
What I'm saying, understand y'all both shooting yourselves in the foot with this argument, right?
I'm not shooting myself in the foot. Alabama has not won a natty since 2020. He keeps talking about, every time he comes up here, he keeps talking about, we did this, we did that, we did the other, we did. We know this. I'm tired of listening to, we got 18 national championships. I want to hear we have 19.
We're going to get there, and we're going to bust our ass getting up here. That's all I'm saying. We're going to get there. Like y'all said, transition, right? New players. We got to keep the players on the team. It's not as easy like it was before. We got to make sure they going to stay or they going to go. They got the transfer portal. They got the money out there. Think about all this.
I thought about it. You the one that's not thinking. I'm just saying, when we going to get past 18?
We're going to get there.
18, go ahead, Governor.
We're going to get there.
Y'all both shooting yourselves in the foot, because the more you keep saying when's the next time we won, players are listening to it. They're not going to want to come here. The more you complain about the schedule that the Big Ten has having better over the SEC, players are not going to come here. Y'all shooting yourselves in the foot.
I disagree with that, Governor. I disagree.
And I do too.
I disagree with that.
And I do too. Governor, I disagree with that too.
Why would I come to the SEC if y'all complain about the hard schedule? Why would I come to the SEC if y'all keep saying we haven't won since 2020? Why would I come?
But Governor, let me tell you why I disagree with it. Look how many they're signing.
Look how many who signing?
Alabama.
And you're making your point by saying you're signing all these players and haven't won. So why would I continue?
But Georgia's signing them too, Governor, and they're not winning.
But your statement,
when it comes down to the totality of it, I hear what you're saying. But the fact of the business is that they're not winning it all right now.
Exactly. And the players there are leaving to go to the Big Ten. You're shooting yourself in the foot.
So they're going to the Big Ten for what? They're not only just going to the Big Ten, Governor. They're going to Florida State. They're going to Colorado. They're going to Texas.
I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying.
Big Ten. Come on now.
Yeah.
Don't just make.
They're going to the other teams. Come on, man.
But they're going to Vanderbilt. Some of them are staying in the SEC, bro.
And why you think we shooting ourselves in the foot? Maybe it's the schedule too hard for them. That's why they want to go to other teams. It could be anything why they probably want to come over here, man.
Maybe Bishop.
Come on.
Bishop.
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, God.
Go ahead, Governor.
Bishop,
go ahead, bro.
What I'm saying, because it came from the Big 12, right? The Big 12 was considered of two teams, Texas and Oklahoma. Oklahoma ran the Big 12. I don't care how big Texas was. Oklahoma ran the Big 12. But the narrative on them was that they can't win the big one, right?
Okay.
So we already know Bama, Georgia, and those teams in the SEC have a gauntlet going through each other. We already know the conference that dominated college football, right? If you keep saying out loud, it's different in the Discord than on here. If you keep saying Bama hasn't won since 2020, Bama has to go through a harder schedule. And now we see the NIL, and they got a lot more money on other schools, and they're going there. Is that helping your school? Because why would I go to Alabama? Because the last time
So, Governor, so what you're saying is, so I'm supposed to put my crimson colored glasses on and say, we're this, we won 18, we won 30, and come over here and everything's cool. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is you switched the narrative, because the narrative that Twister said was Nick Saban was an icon. And the first thing that you said was, well, we ain't win since 2020. You're shooting yourself in the foot.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you did, because that's what Twister said. He didn't bring up.
I'm not shooting myself in the foot. I want you to prove to me that I'm shooting myself in the foot. Nick Saban is an icon, but Nick Saban at the latter part, did he win another natty? Yes or no?
Piano Man. Let me say this again. Yes, we did not win one in 5 years, half a decade.
Okay,
I said,
and that's the end of the story. It's time to win. That's the end of the story.
Well, you
It's
fool
time
the
to
guy.
win. It's time.
All right, hold up.
Okay, come on.
It's time to win. End of story.
Like I said, man, it used to be hard winning championships. We won them circles like they were nothing. Of course, they're going to try to beat Nick Saban because he's been winning them all the time. They're going to have a daughter strategy to beat him. That's why he did not get them. They tried to study. Come on now. It took him a while to do it to his later years.
Before we,
Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna
all I'm saying.
I know you want to go. I'm just can I just say this thing right here? I brought this up a long time ago. I see it. Kalen DeBoer is taking over a position of an aura that we have not seen before. I said, if you put two people in this room, you got Nick Saban and Michael Jordan. You only could go to one person and get an autograph. Who are you going to? It's going to be a very hard question. I mean, a very hard thing to answer. I said, that's the guy that he's trying to replace.
Facts. Thank you. Man.
So
I get that. Hard shoes to fill. I got you on that. I agree.
When Twister said that Nick Saban,
I agree on that. Yeah, of course.
When Twister said Nick Saban is an icon, that's what the statement I wanted to say was about the autographs. But then you brought up the last time they won a championship. That's what I mean when I say you're kicking yourself in the foot, because we all know the last time we won a championship is with Nick Saban. But if you keep saying that out loud, why would I go to Alabama? Because since the last time they won was in 2020.
But that's not being negative. That's being factual.
That's not what
Piano Man that is kind of just negative, Doc. I got that was kind of negative.
So now a person has to be quiet with the facts because it shows a negative light.
We are not saying that either, Piano Man.
That's what you're saying. You're telling me that I cannot question and say, but we haven't won anything since 2020. Watch this. When was the last time Ohio State won one until they won their last one?
2014?
Do you think that their fans were over there just being quiet?
Tell them, man, they talk about Ohio State every goddamn year on ESPN about them going to the championship.
Do you think
for years?
You know what, Twister? You know what? You make a good politician because you don't never answer the question. Do you think?
I need that money though. I get that. I need all that money from them too. Shoot.
Do you think that the Ohio State fans were being quiet between championships? No, they were
being quiet. They read their mouth all year. Come on, Piano Man. We both know that.
Well, let's ask this. How long was it before Michigan won another one?
Probably over 30 years. Since 1998? 1998, 1997, round up in there in the 90s.
Were their fans being quiet?
No, there's still room.
Okay, so so what is so wrong with me saying Alabama has not what's so negative about me saying that Alabama has not won one since 2020?
Nothing.
Nothing. There's nothing wrong with me saying it. And there's nothing negative about me saying it. But you can't say that if I say that or fans say it, players won't come. They're signing players all the time.
But give a damn if
I
Matrix.
can't hear you, Governor. What you trying to say,
Yeah,
bro?
Matrix.
it's not that the fact that you're saying what you're saying is wrong on the positive. Yes, we haven't won since 2020, but that rebuttal shouldn't come from you. That rebuttal will come from a different fan base. What I'm saying is, you brought up winning championships when that wasn't even in discussion. The discussion that Twister said, or the statement that Twister said, was Nick Saban is a legend. Then you brought up, well, we
Sure
haven't won.
did.
We haven't won. Okay, why would I go there? I should have.
Because I can do that. I can answer that question.
Governor, thank you.
Because you're also talking to a guy who watched Bear Bryant do it.
And Brad,
And he's an icon, piano man. He's a legend. They still talk about this
watch
man
this.
too.
And how many coaches did Alabama have to go through until they got to another one? See, that's what the if I'm gonna bring up if I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna talk about everything.
And Gene Stallings won a championship, but he won one. And they still talk about him as an icon for destroying Miami in 1992. Gene Stallings an icon.
And what happened after that?
Crickets.
We won games, but we didn't win the championships.
Crickets. Alabama was in more trouble than Jeffrey Epstein.
So what you're saying is, after 20 years before we win another one, so why would I go to Alabama?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we haven't won one since 2020.
Okay, so we understand we ain't win one since 2020. Okay.
Time to win again.
So what you're
Time
saying?
to win. Just that simple.
So what you're saying is, we're gonna have to wait for another Bear Bryant, Gene Stallings, and a Nick Saban to come to this school. Clearly, in the last 2 seasons, KD ain't been none of those guys. So we're gonna.
Well, now,
A once in a lifetime opportunity.
all I'm saying. Go ahead, Bishop.
Yeah, because now hold on. Help me to understand something. If we're telling the truth, all of y'all are telling the truth. It's just a matter of the board, and I know what I know where you're getting at, and I know that Governor and Twist, I know what they're getting at. But if you really look at the totality, is that part of it is P wants to have that mentality of being able to fight in a phone booth. So what he's saying is that we need to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth so that we can go to the next level. Now, understand, ain't nobody saying that you weren't the standard. In fact, it was so much the standard that the proteges are the ones that are winning the national titles of Nick Saban. That's how much we can really go and look at what's going on. The key is, now that he has transitioned out and now the landscape has changed, what must you do to get back in the flow?
Wait on that coach, I guess, because they're winning national.
No, is understand, realize how close you were in the playoffs if you had an OC that was realizing that you were gashing them in the first quarter, but went away from the run game. it could have been a different game. But understand, coulda, woulda, shoulda. For whatever reason, chose not to. So therefore, we got the result we got. But understand, it still is the truth, no matter how you dice it up. The problem is that that's the last taste you have. And now that some of those parts have gone on either eligibility wise or NFL wise, now your coaching staff is still faced with those same questions with different components or players.
I got a question, Bishop. Quick.
Go ahead.
It's for you.
Got you.
So my first question would be, when's the last time Oklahoma won the national championship?
2000.
Mm-hmm.
2000, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who dominated the Big 12 every single year?
Oklahoma.
Okay. Did you ever hear your fan base say, when was the last time we won a national championship?
Damn.
every time we went into the playoffs, and what happened, and you helped me to announce this, what happened when we did get in the playoffs when we in the Big 12? Were we of the standard to be even in the playoffs?
No.
Okay.
But who'd you lose
to? Lost to Florida, you guys, Bama. And yeah.
And Oklahoma had a hell of a team in those years. They
Right.
went to championship.
And
It was
Georgia.
great.
And Georgia.
And Oklahoma was a hell of a team.
After those games, did you hear the very next year somebody say, when's the last time we won a national championship?
No.
Yeah.
We had too much on our plate to be. We put it like this. They didn't have to say it. It's in the back of our minds. And then if we'll be real honest, I get what y'all are saying.
Thank
The
Thank
Borg
you.
is building, but right now you're correct. I hear what you're saying. Go ahead.
Come out and say, when's the last time we won a national championship? No, we dominate our conference. The reason why Texas didn't want to play Oklahoma is because Oklahoma keeps spanking that ass. And who dominated the conference? Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Texas doesn't make that move without Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
They were making sure we go with them. Yeah.
you had to go.
Yeah.
You already dominated the conference. So regardless of how great Bob, how many championships, the Big 12 championships Bob Stoops has won, they ain't never say, when's the last time you won a national championship? Because you want guys to go there.
Iconic players that came through Oklahoma.
Yeah. But now, Governor, I'm going to one-up you again. Let's go back. Before there was a Big 12, it was called the Big 8. Now ask me who dominated.
I didn't hear that question.
Huh?
I said, I hear you say it again.
Okay,
I'm taking my football home.
Before there was a Big 12, there was a Big 8. Now ask me who dominated.
I don't remember the Big 8.
Boy,
that's history talk.
Because
See, now you're gonna bring up a team that's not even relevant anymore. But Bishop and them don't even like to talk about this. But their name was the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Oh, okay. So
why are you cursing on here? Ain't nobody said you could curse on here.
Okay. And he trying to a reverse, but I'm gonna give him back a reverse.
No, that's not a reverse, sir. Because
hold on.
Wait a minute, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Before there was a Big 12, there was a Big 8, and in that Big 8, Oklahoma was not always dominant.
Right.
Nebraska was.
Governor, he mean when Nebraska was dominated back in the 1990, I think back in 1995 and such and such. He going back that era. They ain't been the same since.
I'm going back. I'm going back further than that, Twister.
Man,
You got to go back to that.
Man, hold up.
That piano man.
Y'all giving me a complex. Hold up. Wait, I thought we were done with that.
See,
I don't want to go back. I'm
know
taking
I
my
bring-
football home. Y'all
Hey.
don't play right.
See, Governor. See, I knew I'd bring Bishop out. I knew exactly what it took to bring him out.
Uh-oh.
All I had to do was bring up the 70s and the 80s and bring up Nebraska. Now you're going to bring Oklahoma out because that's who Oklahoma struggled with. And one of the best things that happened to Oklahoma was the formation of the Big 12.
Oh, wait a now. Hold up.
Hey,
Hold up.
Governor,
Hold
Governor
up.
Bishop.
No.
You know what the young man trying to do, right?
Hey,
Y'all know what he trying to do, right?
No.
Look at it. He see what he trying to do to you, Bishop. You know what he trying to do, right?
I know.
You know what he trying to do.
Look, hold on. He tried to use my own thing against me.
That was exactly what he trying to do.
Now, P, come on now, P. Alabama and Oklahoma were running the wishbone during that time. Were they not?
And your point is?
We know what happened in 74 and 75.
Oh, and wait a minute. Hold up. I'm glad you brought that up. Because guess what else? Alabama couldn't beat Nebraska either.
Right.
See, I told y'all should have let me take my football home. Y'all see, y'all messing with somebody now.
Look at him, I'm saying, oh, Wiley old Fox. That piano man be coming with something, bro. He gotta come with a comeback.
Hold on.
Been a Bama fan all my life. Governor, I've been a Bama fan all my life.
Man, this is hilarious.
Governor, you think you don't like them Red Sox? Bro, I don't like Nebraska. Oh.
I just got a question.
Go ahead.
So with your same logic of bringing up Nebraska from the Big Eight, you brought up Nebraska from the Big Eight that turned into the Big Eight. I do remember a conference called the Big East.
Yeah. What about?
Whoa.
Miami running the Big East?
For a little while until they dismantled.
Wasn't they running the Big East?
For a little while.
Same way as Nebraska, right? For a little while.
For a little while.
So
Nebraska ran it for years, Governor. See, that's the part. You can't compare the Big Eight with the Big East. The Big East didn't last that long. The Big Eight was already in formation when the Big East came into formation. I remember that.
I'm talking about the team because Miami and Nebraska hasn't won in decades.
This is true. And I remember when Miami beat Nebraska in 1984.
Nebraska hasn't won a championship since the Big Eight, right? Miami,
right?
You're right.
In the Big, then won in the AC.
Say that with your chest, Governor. Say it again.
Won in the Big East against Notre Dame and them, and then went to the ACC and won a championship in 2000. So when you bringing up the Big Eight, I said the dominance of the Big 12 and what Oklahoma was doing. The whole point is you brought up the last time we won. My thing, the Oklahoma hasn't won since 2000, but they dominate their conference. What you should have said was, when's the last time Alabama won their conference?
23.
2023.
23.
Okay,
that should have been your thing, not championships.
Well, but to listen to y'all, but listen, but Governor, shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. I went through the big stuff because that's all y'all talk about.
Governor Biana man is not going to fold, bro. No matter what we say, he is not going to fold.
Hey, y'all making your own gumbo. How do I fit in?
I'm just saying. I listen to things that y'all say. Y'all don't bring up SEC championships until Georgia comes into play. But then every other thing you bring up is all natties. Now pick a struggle.
Championships are championships, man.
No, they're not.
It's
You brought up championships. Nobody
I
brought
sure did.
So our
I
last
sure
championship,
did.
really, what governor? What he really saying? What he
Y'all
really
gotta get
saying is,
ready for that.
when the last time we won a championship? Last time we won a
Sure did.
championship, 2023. Okay, that was what 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
That's not that long ago for real, bro.
But guess what? That was yesterday.
My thing is the Yankees haven't won since 2009. Ain't no sport got more championships than us. So if we want to talk about championships, you still got to pass us. Ain't nobody
Sure do.
passed.
Yankees, don't bring up the Yankees because I had my money on the Yankees a couple of years ago, and them doggone rascals.
Well, at the end
Don't
of the
bring
day,
up the Yankees. That's a
At
sore
the
subject.
end of the day, I
Don't start me with that one, JB. I'll mute you.
Now wait a minute. Now, hold up. Now we got championship for the Big 12. We
On
got
the
6 in a
baseball
row.
talk, I'm on mute on this part.
But after that, I don't know what zip code we in anymore.
You know what man? Look here, y'all. I got to get to this meeting. I got to get to a meeting for real because I'm actually late for it. Man, I enjoy. Man, Governor, I'm gonna start with you on part.
Hey, we'll finish it in
we will finish this one. Governor, you did not give partner words the other day. You hit me up and told me you had to go, but I'm gonna start with you today with partner words, because just in case you know, I just want to give you that that grace today to do that. That go ahead, Governor.
Once again, it's another day of blessing, man. I woke up, so that's
Yep.
so blessing. I appreciate us being on this panel. We speaking our truths and speaking our dementia. Piano man. He got
Look
dementia.
at you, man.
He got dementia. You know, he be off the rails sometimes.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
I'll be right and correct.
Go ahead, Gov. It's your time.
So I know it's his house, but But now we picking up our team. We just, when we talk chat, we just talking to put some other ideas in your head about what you need to expect.
Yeah.
Or don't look past in what you see, I guess, in the sense of what I'm saying. Things is right there in front of you. You have to believe in what you see. Don't believe that what you think is going to happen, because not everything that you think is going to happen the way you want it to happen. So that's all this conversation is. It's just putting different ideas on what you might encounter. Other than that, it's all love, man.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Go ahead, Twist.
If you really want to see Governor in action, you got to come to the Discord.
You got to come to the Discord. Everybody sign up for the Discord.
If you really want to see Governor in action, it is hilarious. And I'm being honest, because I do something to make these guys come out. I try to say some stuff just to aggravate them. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly.
He be pissing us off, chat. So we gotta go to Discord to bring the West Virginia out sometimes.
Man, because only JB can get the West Virginia out of me, and he know exactly what. Only JB can get. Only Governor can get the West Virginia out of me. That's the goddamn truth. I keep the Mississippi in me, Twister and Governor. I try to be Mississippi the majority of the time, but only Governor can push one button and make West Virginia come out, and it's all over with. It's all over with. That's not the West Virginia side. That was just crazy, but I had to do something to piss them off, if you will. So I got him today. But anyway, go ahead, Twister. Pardon words, bro. Twister, are you going through the Matrix again?
That's his pardon words. Silence. It's deadly. Silence is deadly.
Excuse me, Governor, man, you need to stop. Go ahead, Bishop.
It got twisted.
All right. Well, I'm blessed to be here, to have a football in the say so. I like how P like to throw people underneath the bus, but Lord, we forgive him. No, sometimes he does he likes to revisionary his own thoughts and history, but we love him anyway. We give him praise and we give you the glory that I can still take my football home when I need to. But in all seriousness, I'm thankful that we have this chance where us men and women can come and talk and conversate, but yet at the end of the day, we'll still be family. That's a good gumbo.
Yeah,
Amore.
I hear you. Now we lost Twister altogether. Man, see, I was gonna give Twister a chance enough to redeem himself, but anyway, y'all, I love it.
Pete. You did something. Yeah, you did your thing. I give you all right, Zataran.
Listen. Let me tell you something. And honest to goodness, Bishop and Governor, instead of me majoring in criminal justice, I actually should have majored in history because I love history. I love it. And the thing about it is, people forget that there were this, that, the third, the other. That anyway. All right, hold up for a minute. Hold up. People forget that part. Hold up. Wait a minute. There we are. People forget that there was a past to some of this stuff. And I love to bring it up. And the reason that I do is because back then, y'all, and I kind of get a sort of emotional watching football with my dad. Man, those were some good days, man. And now that I'm his age and I watch it with my kids, Governor know what I'm talking about. Man, it brings back a lot of memories, bro. And when you get to talking about the Big East, speaking of the Big East, Miami ran it in football, but that doggone Syracuse, Louisville, who else was in there in basketball? See, that's what brings it to me, y'all, is those nostalgic moments. And so, yeah, Governor and Bishop, yeah, I kind of threw you under the bus there for a minute, but watching it with Daddy, watching it with my brother.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, well,
Hey, we still love you though, Pete. We love you,
Hey,
Pete,
y'all, you
because we
guys,
knew
am I
what
still in the
time it was.
Matrix, man? Am I still in the Matrix?
No, you there. You come on through.
Now,
Hey, like I said, yeah, before I get back in the Matrix, because I'm in the woods right now.
See,
Yeah.
in the woods again.
Can y'all hear me now?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, man. Like I said, man, Piano Man can be a slightly old fox, man, but that's why we love the track and like to challenge him. Him and Coach Carls can be great antagonists at times, but it's all fun and love, man. That's what I like about this show, man. We can speak our truth and our peace with no bloodshed or nothing like that, man. But other than that, man, all I want, man, is Alabama back on top of the world again, man. That's all I want. We want to win natties and piss everybody off. Like Stephen His would say, I don't give a piss by nothing but the tide and no mercy. And goddamn, we wish all the other teams, but the absolute worst. That's all I ask, man. We wish y'all nothing but the absolute worst. And roll darn tide. Roll damn tide.
Roll tide.
All right, man. Before I get into the goddamn Matrix again, I'm gonna drop off over here and go back to work. Roll tide, you guys. Y'all be safe, man. Salute to you, Piano Man, Bishop. Go. Y'all be all right, man.
All right, man. One.
Appreciate you. Appreciate the Twister. Roll tide. Be safe out there. But yeah, I love history, but I just had a nostalgic moment. And then when Governor brought up the Big East, man, I went into a tailspin because, man, the Big East, Miami did run it in football, but in basketball, man, you had so many teams up there that was just fire coming out that Big East. And I had a chance, Governor and Bishop, to watch Louisville when they had Purvis Ellison, Milt Wagner, Herbert Crook, Billy Thompson, Dr. Duncanstein. I had a chance to see them guys play in person. I had a chance to see that. They came to USM and played, and man, it was but all I'm saying is I just did something just to kind of crank y'all up there a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
I'm calculated at what I do. I pick my moment, and waiting on. And Governor, you led me down that path, bro. I said, yeah. I'm gonna get him today. First, because you should have known which way I was going with the Yankees and
Yeah, he that was hook, line, and sinker. That was hook, line, and sinker.
No.
Bruh. If you really want to get Governor started, bring up the Red Sox. Start talking baseball and bring them Red Sox up. OG Gill might pop up out of nowhere.
Like, nah, bro, we don't do those. We don't. Nah, I hate everything. I hate
see
because it came.
See, he used that N word with me with that Nebraska.
I don't like a damn thing from Boston. Nothing.
Hey, but I got to give Nebraska their props for '95.
Not the Boston.
They were the truth that year.
Nothing.
He ain't gonna get in the Red Sox credit or nothing.
Well, okay, well, hey, to each his own.
Governor, and then I'm out of here. Governor, do you like New Edition?
I know they're from Boston. Can't stand rain either.
Well, if it isn't love,
why do I feel this way? Does anybody agree with the fact that the New Edition did not get picked to go into the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Hey,
that's crazy.
They don't like Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a whole different.
Yeah. Hey, y'all come to the Discord for that.
No, that's gonna be a Discord conversation. That's got to be a Discord conversation. But listen, y'all, I got to get to this meeting.
All right, then.
Before I get kicked out the church. Anyway, this was a great show today, and man, all I'm asking us to do is, take what we take, say what we take what we say seriously, but don't take it too seriously. Because today was just what we want to know, but we do want to know. On Wednesday, we be wanting to know, and it was just one of them shows today that we just let some things happen, and we just let the chips fall where they may. Now tomorrow will be 2 shows, so don't forget. And hopefully Latoya can be on. And I'm working on somebody else, Bishop. I
know you are. I know.
I'm working on it.
All I know is, make sure you guys tune in.
It's a female. I'm trying to get them. Lord knows I'm trying to get them. And I told them the other day it's time for them. I said, y'all complain too much. I said, come on the show and start complaining, and then we can just go at it like that. I'm trying to build it up. So tomorrow is Truthful Thursday. Tell the truth Thursday. Just tell the truth of the matter, and it's going to be okay. So, but I thank you for the show today, and that's it. And just remember to stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord. And listen. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge it. He'll direct your path. I promise you that he will. And when he shows you his plan, you will understand your purpose, and you're going to like what he has for you. So trust in him. Remember, this kitchen big enough for everybody to cook in, including the Yankees and the Red Sox. But everybody going to get something to eat. Now, I don't know if the Yankees going to ever eat from the Red Sox table. It don't look promising. It really never looks promising. Y'all know what I wonder? I wonder if Babe Ruth and Carl Yastrzemski, is the gas still living? I don't know, but I wonder if they chat.
Babe Ruth, so you done started something. Hold on.
Yeah, he has.
Hold on.
Come to the Discord. We ain't finished.
Same connection with Saban. The way
you better hurry up with your call.
With Babe Ruth.
Hurry up with your call.
With that organization first and won, and then.
Oh my goodness! See, I'm punching JB Bud for real.
That's what that is. Okay, but the Red Sox still can't hold my jock strap when it comes to my team.
Hey, okay, come to the Discord.
The greatest team of all sports, because to Piano's point, who got the most national championships?
There you go. Who got them Yankees, baby? Them Yankees, boy. I love this.
All right, you guys.
Get out of here.
We love you.
I love y'all. Thank y'all, chat, for coming. Everybody for coming. All the 401k crew. OG Gill, Stephen Hicks, and the No Mercy crew. I saw Carla and the Laid Back crew, Latoya, all the crews. We got some new
Brinsky,
crews. I saw
all of
B
them.
Sharp come in the chat. All y'all, man. Thank
KB,
y'all for coming.
J
Y'all, oh yeah,
Dub,
Coach Carl. I
Coach
saw
Carl.
KB from yesterday. Man, it'd be crazy over here sometimes. Hey, listen, on the way out, if you have not hit that like button, please hit the like button. Don't forget today at 11 o'clock. Yeah, 11 o'clock. Hey, the Miller's Edge comes on. If you're interested, tune in to Miller's Edge from 11 to 1. 1 o'clock, you got Deep South Football, Deep South Sports with Wyatt Fulton. And then at 2, from 2 to 6, you've got my boy Ryan Fowler and the game. And all of this is at Tide 100.9. Don't forget tonight on the show, 6:30? Yeah, 6:30 our time. Hey, our boy, the one, the only KB is gonna be alive and well. Let's get it, ladies, man. Let's get that show cranking, and let's go show KB some love. But until then, listen, Piano Man don't know everything. I just know what I'm talking about, and I know what to do with what I'm talking about. So anyway, with that being said, thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Twister. Thank you, Coach Carl, Latoya, KT. Thank all of y'all. And to our hopefully up and coming, our newest Gumbo Chef, if I can talk them into it, gonna be up in here. Thank you too. But I'm not gonna reveal that just yet. But anyway,
Hush.
I'm not gonna reveal that just yet. But if y'all go in the Discord, y'all go hear Governor still talking. I won't be there just yet, but I'll be on later on. But until then, y'all have a great day. With that being said, on behalf of Stephen Hicks and the Voices of No Mercy, to all fans, with the exception of Alabama, we wish you nothing. Thank you, Moon Rocker, for coming. We wish you nothing but the absolute worst. So with that being said, y'all have a great day. And the kitchen is closed. The chefs are gone. And Piano Man is out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Roll Tide.